to my channel. I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. I also hope watching my videos can make your day just a little bit brighter. I'm going to talk about my new fantasy romance obsession. I'm going to talk about the author duo Bree Grenwich and Parker Lennox, and they wrote, I hope I'm saying this series right, the Esprithean Trilogy and the Aesymarean Duet. But those books are part of a bigger extended universe called the Sundered Realms, Riftborne, Book 1, the Aesymarean Trilogy. Now, I know I talked about these books on Instagram, but I couldn't really say what I wanted to say on Instagram. Riftborne, we have this world in Riftborne that a war is going on, and there was a rebellion. The children of the rebellion are called Riftborne. They have tattoos on their arms. He is a Riftborne. The general of the army catches Bee using her powers and forces her to join his army. If not, something bad will happen to the people she cares about. So there are a lot of training sequences, Bee learning how to control her powers, and I thought this book was okay. The world building needed work. I wasn't a fan of the hero, the general, and there was just not enough there for me. I was curious enough from book 1 to continue on with book 2, Duskbound. And let me tell you, I'm glad I continued on with the series because Duskbound is leaps and bounds better than Riftborne. The issues I had in book 1 were fixed in book 2. The world building expanded. The characterization expanded. Bee's powers expanded. The love interest changed. There was an ACOTAR situation, and I loved the romance. And Bee had the most unique animal companion I've ever seen in a romance, because it's kind of like a Pegasus with dragon wings. I listened to the audiobook of Riftborne and Duskbound, and even the audiobook was better in book 2 than book 1. I don't know what the female narrator did, but she did an even better job in Duskbound than she did in Riftborne. And there is a male narrator added to this Duskbound for when the hero is speaking. It's told in direct narration, And even though you don't get the hero's POV because it's told in Duet narration, you know what the hero is thinking. And the hero, he is a shadow daddy. And I love him. I absolutely love him. Then there was a rescue scene that will stick in my brain for a long time to come. That was one of the best rescue scenes I've read in a fantasy romance in a while. Book 1 was like a 3-star for me. 2 in the trilogy was like 5 stars. Ascended because I wanted to know what all the hype was about. Because people were going crazy on Instagram. And that's the whole reason why I read Riftborne and Duskbound in the first place. Just so I can read Ascended. In Ascended, we're in a world of gods where gods control everything. And gods and mortals are separate, but one day mortals has started to gain powers like the gods. So the gods hold these trials of ascension, and if you participate in these trials of ascension, you essentially ascend into godhood. And so the gods send the priests to the towns to collect people who has powers to participate in these trials. And our heroine has light magic, but she hides her starlight powers because she doesn't want to compete in the trials. But one day she gets caught, and the priest kills her father in front of her and her twin brother. And for the longest time, the heroine thought only she had powers, but it turns out that heroine's brother Thatcher also has powers, and his powers didn't awaken until they were forced to awaken in the trials. She has light magic, and her brother Thatcher has dark magic, and they both have vowed to participate in these trials to get revenge for their father's murder. Thea has a romance with her god mentor, but her god mentor is the son of the god of death. He is the prince of death, and a romance between a human and a god who's ascended is not allowed. Also, god of death is engaged to be married to another god, so their relationship is doubly forbidden. When I got to the ending of that book and I saw the last sentence of that chapter, I dropped my Kindle, screamed, and was in utter disbelief. I could not believe how these worlds connected, and I've never seen anything like this done in a fantasy romance before. I need all my friends to read the books in this universe because, wow, It's unlike anything I have ever read. Like, I need Rachel from Raven-Haired Reader, Justin Honest Fiction, Tori. Anyone who likes fantasy romance should read Sundered Universe. This author duo's writing just kept getting better and better from book one. That's all I have to say for this video. If you have read any of these books, please let me know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Liking this video would help me out a lot. And I'll see you Friday. Bye.